and welcome to my August 2020 bullet journal plan with me. So for this month's theme, I didn't really know what I wanted to do because I knew that I wanted to do something that reflected it being summer and what I kind of associate with the month of August in my head, but obviously because of coronavirus and all of that, I'm not going on holiday or anything like that. I'm just going to be at home working, so I'm not really going to have like a normal summer in terms of what I'm used to. So I wasn't really sure what to do, and at first I thought maybe I should just use the colour orange and like varying kind of tones of it, so the sort of colour of the Grand Canyon and the colour of the outback in Australia and all of that sort of thing, because obviously that's like the colour of the ground in really, really hot places, and I was thinking of that. But eventually I decided to use photos that I have taken in Fuerteventura and just kind of have my August bullet journal theme kind of be like an homage to where I would normally be in August rather than being at home. So that's what I decided to do. So I just went through my camera roll and picked some of my favourites from the last couple of years, and so as you can see here, I would normally have this as a quote page, but I decided I didn't really want to write a quote. I just wanted to have a nice little like collage of pictures sort of thing. And I mean, to be fair, one of them has a quote on it, kind of, because it's from a vegan restaurant in Fuerteventura. So it's got writing on it, so we can count that as a quote if we want to. But yeah, just kind of spent some time working out how I wanted them to look, and then stuck them together so that it was easier for me to just pop them onto the page exactly how I wanted it. And then I just got some other pictures from Fuerteventura and cut those out, and then moved on to the cover page. So I just wanted to go with a really simple font for the cover page, and at this point I was kind of winging it, I'm not gonna lie. I hadn't really got much of a plan for what I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted for the cover page in particular to have pictures kind of spreading up it from the bottom left up to just beneath the 2020. But I didn't know like colours or anything like that, so I kind of took inspiration from the pictures that I've chosen, because obviously there's a lot of oranges in that and a lot of blues in that. I could have included green as well, which I didn't actually end up doing, so that's something I could have done. But as you can see here, I'm just using my orange mild liner at the minute. But the pictures on this page are very, very blue, so that kind of solidified in my mind that I wanted to go with orange and blue, because I associate both those colours with summer and beach holidays and heat and all of that sort of thing, and just good weather, and they just make me happy. So I decided I would go with those for the rest of the theme. So as you can see here, I'm just again working out where I want to place them, just making little pencil marks so I put them in the right place, and then I put these ones in individually rather than sticking them together. And I'm just using double-sided tape for all of the sticking of the pictures in. That was beautiful grammar, that. But yeah, I'm just using double-sided tape for that rather than a glue stick or something like that, so that the pages don't get all like buckled and wobbly. And then I'm just going to take my blue mild liner and add a little accenting on the two opposite corners that I chose, just so that it ties in the use of the blue mild liner from the start as well. And then moving on to the calendar page, So for this month's calendar, I mean, I always do boxes of 6x6, so all of the boxes in the calendar, apart from the box for the 31st, are 6x6. The one for the 31st I think is 5x6, because I like having a gap of 3 spaces before the calendar starts. So if I'd moved it one higher, I could have then fit the correct size box, I guess, for the 31st, but I wasn't that bothered, to be honest. And then just taking the gut-offs of the pictures from the first page and popping them down the side in that little gap, because I thought that looked cute. And then I'm just taking my 2 mould liners again and writing in August, like alternating the colours, which, I don't know, I really like it. I mean, I probably won't in like a few months' time. I'll probably like, that looks really bad. But right now, I like it, and that's all that matters. And then I'm just going to take those mould liners again and alternate the colour for the little circle that the date is in on the calendar. I really had to think about what I was saying there. And then again, just adding in a few little coloured accents, you know, put the drop shadow on, and yeah, as you can see, I alternated on the pages the colour of the drop shadow and the random little lines that I did beneath. But yeah, moving on to the habits page, going with a similar sort of thing as I did last month with the border around it, but this time I've put the little dots on the corners as well, because I really like how that made it look last month, so I decided to go with it again. And then just writing in the habits and doing a lot of dots. And then finally moving on to my sleep and mood tracker. As always, along the bottom I've got a scale going from 0 to 10, and then up the side I've got the 31 days of the month. You will notice as well that every time I've done this, the zero's not been on the y-axis, purely because I wanted to be able to see if I did actually have to end up putting 0 for something. I wanted to be able to see it rather than it be on the line, so that's why it's not like mathematically a good graph, but it's good for me to see. And then that last picture that I hadn't used yet, just pop that up in the corner. For the first few days, 8, 9 and 10 are covered by that picture. If I end up having to use them, I don't really think about it, I just wanted to put the picture there, okay? Alright, so here's the flip through. Instead of doing a quote this month, I decided to just do a little page with some pictures on it. All of these are my own pictures from Fuerteventura, because normally in August I would be there, but obviously coronavirus had a lot of ideas, so instead of being there this year, I will have it in my bullet journal instead. And yeah, so I've just got a nice little collection of pictures, and then carried that on the cover page as well. And then here we've got the calendar spread. Got these 2 bits of picture that I cut off these so that they would fit in nicely. I just thought I'd put them in here because I didn't want to waste them. And then yeah, just got like the blue and the orange, because when I think about like Fuerteventura and nice beachy holidays, you know, you think of the blue for the sea and the sky, and then orange for it being warm. So got that here. They might not be the best colour combination in terms of like typical ones, but I quite like how it looks. It makes it look really summery to me. And then here we've got the habits and the look after yourself spread. Same as normal, we've got the same 6 habits as usual, so vegan, 8 hours sleep, exercise, go outside, read and creative. And yeah, that's it. I didn't want to include the weekly spread this time because it's the same as every other time. So I thought it'd be a bit boring to see it for like the 8th time. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give it a massive thumbs up and comment and subscribe and all of that good stuff, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.